Hi, just to give you a little background here before we get into this video. This building was built around 1973, I believe. And over the years, as of 2014 March, most of the tenants were black African American. Of course, you know what I'm going to say next. So a new owner took over the building in April of 2014 and just systematically started getting rid of most of the blacks in the building. One of the housing services that was provided to tenants was a working intercom, and apparently at some point some of the intercoms were not working, and the new owner took over and decided to replace the intercoms, but only gave the replaced intercoms to select tenants who happened to be white. The majority of the black tenants who did not receive intercom, a working intercom, or did not receive repair to their intercom remained on the property, and when they vacated the property, at that point they still had not received a working intercom, and according to city government regulations they had not received a rent reduction for the lack of maintenance to the intercom system. So most of the blacks moved out, and then the owner started replacing the intercoms, and as you know, what I'm going to say is that most of the intercoms that were replaced ended up being for tenants that happened to be white. So most of the blacks that moved out, all the blacks that moved out, never received a working intercom. At least 3 of the blacks put in written complaints with the city government of Los Angeles. Those complaints were basically ignored. Sorry to put these pictures in of food, but actually I don't have too many of the pictures to put in, so hope you enjoy the food pictures, or think of it as a commercial. Anyway, isn't it a criminal offense to take a tenant's rent money for fraudulent purposes? That would be a question you should ask the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, who has refused to investigate the criminal aspect of tenants being cheated out of their money over the past couple of years at this property, over the past 3 years or more at this property. And there is a penal code section on what criminal fraud is, so you might want to check that out when you get a chance. I would like to say to the code enforcement officials, do you know what your mandatory duties are? Do you know what your mandatory duties are? Because your mandatory duty is to not discriminate against blacks. And that is in the California Constitution, the mandatory duty not to discriminate against blacks. And I'll try to quote that California Constitution section in this video, but I just like to say that to these code enforcement officials who come out, and I like to say it like a drill sergeant would say it. Inside Eric Garcetti's City of Los Angeles, facing off with racism. How many times should a black American have to ask for fair housing? 1 time, 10 times, 120 times? A black American should not have to ask for fair housing. Or it doesn't matter how many times, because whites will not budge. They're not going to give fair housing to blacks. Now in this particular building, the owner spent $10,000 on capital improvements, $10,000. He spent $86,000 on primary renovations to some of the units, $86,000. And 2 of the blacks in the building paid $42,000 over the past 12 months for rent. You would think out of that amount of money, the intercoms would be fixed in the apartment of these 2 black Americans. Guess what? The intercom is not fixed. It's not working. Now I call these people Ku Klux Klan racists. What would you call them? What would you call them if they didn't provide a housing service to you, if they didn't fix something that would need a repair, if they didn't provide you with maintenance? What would you call these people that you're about to see in these upcoming videos? 1, 2, 3, about 4 videos. What would you call them? Morning, are you here from the city?
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's go.
My name is Mike Soto. Okay. Did you have a complaint about, is it number 9?
Copy of the complaint behind it. Behind it, I'm sorry. I just made some notes there, but that's a copy of the complaint. And this should be about these dog walking service in this building. They said they're boarding pets in here. They don't have a permit. And also a person came out, there was some lead work done on my bathroom sink, and they scraped all the lead paint off and they sprayed in the apartment. Sprayed in the apartment.
Okay, let's go inside. Do we have access?
Okay. And I wanted you to, if you have 1 second, you see this stick right here up the top? I don't know what's going on with that stick, but it seems to be a little dangerous to me. Obviously, if there's a stick there, it's probably holding up the window. And I don't know if that's proper.
Okay, well, let's go inside and take
Okay. And you know, of course, that we put in numerous complaints about the intercom not working, and to me, that's a substandard situation. Intercom system's not working for some of the tenants. Hold on a second, to get my key out. Hold on 1 second. I have my key. Okay, sorry. I have my key stuck in it. I don't know if you can address all those things, but I did give you a copy of the code complaint behind it. There's also, I guess you call it a sewer check valve in the back of the building, which empties into the walkway. And it did empty one time, and it's to me it's a slip and fall hazard because you can't see when you walk out there. You won't see it. So it emptied sewerage into the parking lot.
Inside your unit is what did you want to show me inside your unit?
Sure. Here first. This is maybe nothing, but look back here, and you'll see. I kind of give you an idea what he was doing. This had peeled. This whole thing had peeled right here, and the bottom of the basin. And I reported it because it was just getting worse and worse. It was like the whole thing was sticking up. So they finally sent someone out, and they worked on it, and they scraped. I just assumed they scraped it because I was in the other room when they were scraping it. And to me, you know, I'm not an expert. To me, it's lead-based paint under here, but he scraped it all out, and then he did something. I wasn't in here, like I said, I was in the other room. He did something that smelled really, really bad. And then he said he was going to have to spray in here. So he taped off everything to spray in here. And you see this part here.
Okay, so they basically glazed it, and now the fixtures, the finish is coming off again.
We'll see how this one is here. See that? I think that should have been scraped or something. But yeah, this was maybe a week ago, week or 12.
Okay, is there anything else you want to show me inside the unit?
The only other thing in here is just the intercom hasn't been working for 2 years. That's the only issue.
Do you have, where does it, this is where it rings in here? Is it just your unit, or is it the whole, do you know if it's just your unit that it doesn't work in, or does it not work in any of the units?
It's 3 other units it doesn't work in besides ours. What the owner did was he replaced the intercom in all the units except for 3. So we're one of the 3.
Okay.
The county, I don't know if this is important, but the county had issued an order last year for him to repair or replace the intercom. And
so that did not happen?
No. They gave him like 2 weeks to repair, replace it. And
what else did you want to show me?
Okay, I'll show you the management company and the owner. They haven't responded at all to fixing the intercom, so it's just, you know. But I mean, you know, it's not usable. I can't use my own intercom, and I'm paying rent every month, you know. Okay, we gotta see what that white car is. That's an abandoned vehicle. And not only okay, I'm sorry, go ahead. That car has been there for 2 years. Looks like about 3 flat tires. Yeah, 3 flat tires. So it hasn't been moving in 2 years.
Okay.
And in this vehicle here that's covered up, that's the same thing. I guess it's inoperable. It hasn't been moving in a year and a half. And then there's a lot of stuff in front of the vehicle. It's not, you know, this lot is not a storage. It's not a storage area out here. And I'm just afraid that some kid or something see all this stuff behind here. This is ridiculous. All this stuff shouldn't be behind there. I mean, somebody could come back here and throw a match back there, or a kid could be injured. And then underneath this car, there's stuff underneath the car. I already reported this to management.
This electrical.
Yeah, I see that under there. It's like a cable or something underneath the car.
Okay, is that it?
And then this is the sewer valve here. Now, my only complaint with this, I mean, maybe it's in the right spot. I don't recall them getting a permit for this. Maybe they did. But my complaint is that there should be a basin or something here. Because when this emptied out one day, it went all the way over here. When the tenants came out the back, they almost fell.
Do you know what's on the other side of this wall? Is that a unit, or is that?
Yes, this unit right here. This is number 6, and then number 15 is above it. But before they renovated number 15, I think they had a problem with the sewerage, and that's why they put that in. Excuse me. But I just feel they should have some type of catch basin that when it empties, it will go into the basin. You know, this is a long way for it to shoot, but I mean, it's shot way over here in the walkway.
Okay, is that all you want to show me, babe?
This door here, is this, is this where the power? Yeah, I don't know if you can do anything about this, but it is a complaint there about the dog breeding.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I see that you have some information in there.
Okay.
I'll talk to my supervisor about it.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Because of some question, I think inspector had come out the other day, and I let them know that the dog breeding is online. They have a presence. They have actually they parked their 2 vehicles packed back here where that inoperable vehicle is. And so they have 2 vehicles. There's a sign on each vehicle. My thing is that I don't think they have a dog breeding license. And so I have seen at least 5 dogs on the property during the day, and they're in and out with the vehicles. So,
okay, like I said, I'll discuss it with them, and then we'll see if we can, cite that or not, or
okay.
Maybe it might be an issue for the building department to cite. I'm not 100% sure, but
okay.
We'll double check.
Okay. Well,
which way should I go out? Through here?
Yeah, I don't have the key to the front, so is this something here that is important?
It's probably not a requirement. To have a door closer on it.
But I think all the doors should be secure in the building, and that's not really secure if it's not shutting. I mean, if I don't know if it needs an adjustment or it needs a new part. I don't know, but it's been like that for a very long time. But that's all I have today.
Okay, so what will happen is we'll end up sending something out for the things we cite, and then we'll be back to check on those things.
Okay. Is my only option, I mean, I won't get any information, obviously, from you guys, but I mean, is my only option to check online? I know where you have, like, the...
Once it gets issued, you're more than welcome to come down to the department and ask for a copy of the notice we sent out.
I'll say. And, we already talked about number 1. That's where the dog kennel's at.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you for coming out.
All right.
What's today's date? Today is the 23rd. Today's the 23rd. And it's Thursday, the 23rd of March, about 11 o'clock a.m. And we just had a inspector come out from the city housing telling them about the intercom service that hasn't been working in over 2 years. 3 units hasn't been working over 2 years, and we have 15 units out of 18 in which it was repaired. The owner refuses to fix the intercom system for the other 3 units. The city government actually has the authority to fix these items themselves and bill the owner. Yes, the city has the authority. So that was just the city inspector came out, and we're going to see what's going to be the results of that inspection. Thank you.
So the faucet is functioning well. It's not that it needs a new faucet here, right?
Excuse me? Say it again?
I said the faucet is functioning well. It's not that we need a new faucet, right?
No, the faucet works. It's just that the guys, I see all you guys are here, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't know what the story is on the intercom. Have you guys heard any word about it being addressed or fixed or anything?
We don't know anything about it.
I don't know.
Okay.
What is that?
No, I said I just wanted to know. It's been I hate to be a problem, but the intercom has still not been fixed. So I don't know if you guys were here to address that or not.
No, the only thing they told me about is to check that. They told me it's a faucet first. I didn't know it's a countertop that's peeling.
Yeah.
So I came in here to see the faucet needs to be changed. And obviously the faucet is working well. It's just that peeling behind the faucet needs to be done.
Let me show you this too. I don't know if this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you have a good day.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes?
Well,
Morning, Gary.
Speak up.
he has to take, the guy's coming, but we don't know what time, so it's just during normal business hours. That's why I didn't write a time, because we can't say exactly sure. At some point today, that man that came before is going to finish your sink.
Okay.
So he has to take the sink part, the faucet off, so it can be done right.
Okay.
And then it'll have to be like that for 24 hours.
Okay.
Are you going to let us in, or?
Okay, well, you still have to, when you give me a notice in writing, that means that you're going by that notice. If you give me the notice, you have to put a time on it. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but you didn't put the time on it.
Okay, so I'm
Therefore, you didn't give me the notice. You didn't give me the right notice. If you enter, it's unlawful, meaning trespassing. Okay.
Okay,
So
well,
you can enter all you want to, but it's still trespassing. Okay. So all you have to do is put on the notice. All you have to do is put on the notice what time.
Okay, I don't know when they'll be
I understand
back.
what you're saying, but you could have put that on the notice.
Well, it says during normal business hours, right?
No, it says date and time.
And then underneath it says during normal business hours.
That's okay,
So
but it says date and time.
Between 9 and 5.
Okay, well,
And that's all. That's the only thing.
9 and 5 is not really, I know, but you didn't mention normal business hours is not good enough. Okay, you got to be more specific. Okay.
Okay, well then we'll reschedule.
That's what the law says. You have to be more
I'll talk to
specific.
Walter about it, and that'll be that. Okay?
Okay, but just try to comply with the notice.
No, we're not doing.
I mean, you can. No, I'm going to let you in. You know why?
Why?
Because this is an aggravation. Number one, and number two, this gives me an opportunity to say to you, my intercom does not work, and you need to fix the intercom. Okay, and you're not responding to that, both of you, and that's. Not only is it frustrating to me, it disturbs my quiet enjoyment of the apartment because my intercom does not work. So I'm making that clear, and I'm documenting that to you. Now, you want to come in now because he wants to do the faucet? Good. But you still haven't complied. You still have complied with the written notice, so I'm not waiving that. And second of all, I consider you to be trespassing.
Okay, then
so
we're
the
not
door is
coming
no,
in.
the door is open. The door is open.
Not coming in. We don't want the problems. We're not
The
coming
door is open for you to come in.
in. No, we're
So
not
you
getting
cannot
a
come.
trespass.
You cannot come back tomorrow or the next day and say he would not let us in. I'm not stopping you from coming in.
No, we don't want to.
So
We're not
the
going
door
to
is open.
trespass against
The door is
your
open.
will. No.
The door is open.
Not.
No,
Yeah.
the door is open. Again, the intercom is not working. So So if you want to come in and do the
No,
faucet now,
we'll do you another
if you want to come in
24-hour
and do the
notice
faucet
when
now,
we can reschedule them. We don't want the problems. We're not
it's
the
already a
owners.
problem,
We
so
don't
it's
want
up
the
to you.
problems.
No,
All we
it's
want
up
to
to
do
you.
is help you, and we can't do that because you really won't let us. So-
okay, well, see,
And
you're
you have this all recorded.
You're wrong by saying I won't help you. That's not true. That's a lie.
Well, we can't.
Okay.
I can only do what I can
okay.
do.
Well, the door's open. The
And-
door's open. So you can't say that I'm stopping you from coming in or whatever else you want to say. I'm not stopping you. I am personally not physically stopping you.
Is this a trespassing for you?
I consider it to be trespassing
how
because
would
you
you allow
did
trespass? Why
not
would
give
you
me the
allow
proper
trespassers?
notice. You did not put the hours on the notice. Now, if you want to come in, that's up to you.
No, because you're considering it trespassing. We
I am.
don't want he or I.
Hi.
How are you?
Did you have an appointment?
We sent the owner notice telling them we were coming, and I don't know if they gave you notice that we were coming or not.
Nobody gave me notice.
Okay.
So do you guys know about the notice requirements? I don't know who. Oh, by the way, sorry, I've seen you before. Who are you guys?
I'm Jim. I'm the senior inspector.
I'm Bryan. I'm the principal inspector.
Hi, Ali. Okay, go ahead.
I just have a quick question. Did they address your sink in your bathroom or not yet?
You didn't answer my question about the having the Civil Code 9054 inspection notice.
That's the owner's responsibility, the manager's responsibility to give it to the tenants. We don't.
Well, I didn't get it.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. We don't need to go in. I just want to ask you
Okay,
a quick question.
go ahead.
Did they address the bathroom peeling by the faucet inside your unit or no?
Okay, I got to go back a little bit and figure out because I saw you before, but I got to remember what was happening before. Because you were
finish,
here. You were here before.
That's correct.
Okay. So you came in and saw the sink before.
That's correct.
Okay. There's so many people going in now. I'm just trying to figure out, piece together the dates and people. Okay. So you came in and saw the sink after he had fixed it.
That's correct.
Okay.
After it had been glazed.
So are you the person that came in and no, you're not the person. I think there's another person. Well, anyway, I think somebody had came in and saw that it needed to be. Something else needed to be done. Is that true?
When I saw it, the finish behind the faucet was starting to come up.
Okay, that's why I wanted to verify that you were the person that saw that. Okay, go ahead. So you said, has that been done yet?
So my understanding that yes, it hasn't been done. Correct?
No.
Okay, so my understanding is they're gonna work it out with their company to have that taken care of, and they're going to give you proper notice to make arrangements to go inside and get that resolved.
The latest I heard, which was last Thursday, I think. I'll just say last Thursday, but the latest I heard was that they couldn't determine a time as to when the gentleman could redo the sink. So whenever the manager said, whenever she gets the time from that person, then she'll arrange with me for him to come back and fix the sink.
So that's fine. So that's where we'll leave it for right now. They're going to arrange that with you, give you notice, and then they'll address that inside your unit. Okay, that's it for right now.
Okay, since you guys are here, what about my intercom? Now, I don't want to have a big argument about it because I know that traditionally over the last 3 years, the city has been against the intercom being repaired. The intercom is not a room-to-room intercom, if I may, take some of your time here. It's an intercom that connects to the inside of the apartment, to the outside of the building. It's part of the electrical system. It's running off the same electrical system as the lights and everything else electrical in this building. There's 18 units here. By the way, I'm reserving all rights here. Whatever my conversation is to do, all rights are reserved. Okay, there's 18 units. There's 3 units that do not have a working intercom. My intercom, when I moved in the building in 2010, the intercom was working. Even if it wasn't working, it's my understanding that it's supposed to be usable. It's a housing service according to the city's definition of housing service. It's here for the use of the tenant. Okay, for 3 years, it hasn't been repaired. The city has come out repeatedly, been in the building repeatedly for repairs of other units, for other issues. The city's been into my apartment repeatedly, okay? Blah, blah, blah. I repeatedly contact the city. My rental agreement says if somebody's not working in there, report it to maintenance. I just was looking at a letter just now from the owner which says if you have a maintenance issue, report it to Ali, which is a gentleman over there who I have emailed and called and talked to in person. Intercom's still not repaired. So you guys come out from the city, you guys are coming out repeatedly, and the intercom has not been fixed. You guys have the authority under the SCP program to fix the intercom yourself. The city has the authority to pay for the repairs, order the repairman to fix it, and then bill the owner, I believe the phrase is 150%, to have the intercom fixed. Okay, so I don't see any excuse. I haven't seen any legitimate excuse from the city for 3 years. I haven't seen a legitimate excuse from the owner for 3 years, or from maintenance, or from the manager who's in apartment 1 here, for why the intercom is not usable, why it's not repaired or replaced. I remind you that this county of LA did come out, did inspect the intercom. I'll just go forward a second. The last time an inspector came out to this apartment here, he did inspect the intercom and noted that it was not working. But the county had issued a letter last year, I believe, stating that the owner should repair or replace the intercom within so many days, and the owner didn't follow that. The city is aware of that. So, you know, I'm just bringing that to the city's attention, and I'm bringing it to this inspector's attention and to Ali's attention, because it's a housing service, it's part of the electrical system. Under the Building and Safety Code of the state of California, the city government, city inspectors have authority over all portions of the building, which includes the intercom. So that's my statement on the intercom. And so you guys are going to sit here and say nothing about whether the intercom is going to be addressed. I imagine that's going to be your stance, because it's been your stance for the last 3 years. And I was not given a copy of whatever the inspector's results were when he last came out. Not this gentleman here, but it was another person. I'm not sure if this gentleman is connected to that complaint, because I'm not, in my head right now, I'm not exactly sure. It's, you know, kind of frustrating bringing up the intercom, because I had to talk to Ali a couple days ago about the intercom and the manager. So it's very frustrating and stressful to me, but I'm not sure if this gentleman here, I'm not sure if he's aware of the other gentleman that was here. I'm not sure who was here first. Was he here?
Okay, we understand what your concerns with the intercom. We'll discuss it. And like I said, what's going to end up happening is we're going to end up coming out here one other time, because there's still some things that we need to get done that were cited. And one of those things is the issue with the sink. Okay?
Did you, since you're here, I mean, did you have any opinion on the, I think there was a car or two in the parking lot that looks kind of disabled, abandoned or something?
We're reviewing those things right now.
Okay.
So like I said, we're gonna, that's why they came out also, to see the conditions, and then we're gonna discuss them and review them, and then figure out how we're gonna proceed with those items.
If it helps any, the elder gentleman that was here, I believe he was here on March 25th. That's when he made the inspection. So if you check your records and kind of track down who he was,
okay,
then we won't have an overlap on these issues.
Okay, sounds good.
Idea when the intercom's going to be repaired?
No, but I don't appreciate you.
Do you have any idea when the intercom's going to be repaired? That's all I asked you.
Idea.
Okay, I need you to get a date.
Yeah.
Administrator, do you understand?
I do understand.
Okay, then I need to get a date. Don't argue with me. I need a date. Do you understand? I need a date when the intercom's going to be repaired. Did you get a date yet? See, that's what I get from this white motherfucker manager.
Asking me, please.
I'm not. You call the police right now. Call the police right now.